Mishka is a strength-based tank class hero from the Wild faction who specializes in controlling her enemies. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at her skills and abilities, her teams and uses, and whether or not it's worth investing in this hero. So let's get into it. Her ultimate ability is Werebear. For this one, she's going to transform into a bear, jump into the air, and come landing down in the most condensed area of enemies, dealing AoE damage and stunning the enemies. On top of that, once she does land back on the ground, she will let out a roar, which is going to reduce the enemy's defense by 30% for 8 seconds. On top of that, she cannot be controlled while in the bear form. Next up, we have Dire Wolves. For this one, she's going to fight alongside 2 Dire Wolves who are going to share a percentage of her stats. When these wolves attack an enemy, they will mark the enemy. And when Mishka attacks a marked enemies, she's going to deal extra damage based on their current HP. Her next ability is Call of the Wild. For this one, her 2 wolves are going to attack an enemy, pinning them in place. Then Mishka is going to come through with another attack, dealing damage, also knocking them down and stunning them. However, if one of her wolves is dead, the attacks will be reduced by 1, and if both of her wolves are dead, this attack will not be activated. And then we have Natural Rejuvenation. For this one, she's going to pour a healing resin over herself and her wolves, healing them and also providing them with a shield. And then we have her signature item skill, Natural Defense. For this one, after she uses her ultimate ability, she's going to receive 30% less damage for 8 seconds. At level 10 and 20, she's going to increase the damage that her allies deal to marked enemies by 15 and 30%. And then at level 30, it's going to increase the damage mitigation after she uses her ultimate ability based on how many enemies she does hit with that ability. And the additional damage mitigation can be increased up to 40%. And finally, we have her furniture ability, Natural Unity. For level 3, 50% of the damage dealt by her wolves will be converted into healing for Mishka. And for level 9, each time one of her wolves dies, she will immediately receive full energy and an attack rating and attack speed increase for the duration of the battle. Mishka can be used in a wide range of teams to acquire some early CC on the enemy team. Her 9 furniture means that when one of her wolves die, she will get full energy, then use her Werebear ability to jump and stun the enemies. And due to the way the wolves run in, often one of them will die very early, allowing her to get that CC off. She can be used in many different teams. However, for this example, we are going to look at a full Wilder team utilizing Raku's ability to deal damage based on the enemy's max HP after they have been under control effects. So the team we're using is going to involve Mishka, Gorvo, Raku, Laika, and Nomura. So in this team, we are using Gorvo because sometimes Mishka's wolves don't die instantly, and having a Gorvo there to go ahead and drop onto the enemy team and stun them early, by that time, Mishka's probably ready to use an ultimate, and then she can follow it up with another crowd control. Then we have Raku. Raku is there because after an enemy has been under control effects, he will deal damage based on their max HP, allowing him to get through the whole enemy team faster. And if multiple enemies have been under CC, he can hit multiple enemies with that basic attack. Then we have Laika. Laika is in there for the standard use of Laika, which is to increase your team's haste and energy at the start of the battle, letting everything happen a bit faster. Then we have Nomura. Nomura is there for 2 main purposes. One is for the healing in case we start to get low. However, with heavy control, we should be pretty good. The other thing that she does provide is going to be the mind control to take care of that one enemy that might get out of range of Mishka's stun. Then obviously we have Mishka in the team. As we stated, her main purpose is to come in there and stun the enemy team. Now, if she does it instantly because her wolves died, that's fantastic. If not, the wolves can survive a bit, die off a little bit later, and she can come in after that Gorvo and effectively get those stuns. As for artifacts on Mishka, the barricade is always nice to help protect teammates, and the waistband of resilience is good to help her survival herself. Now, with all that out of the way, is it worth investing in Mishka? Now, keep in mind she is a fairly new hero, but so far she has been functioning really well in both early game and late game. Now, if you do decide to build Mishka, how far do you want to invest into her? Now, the first thing we look at is that signature item. If she is a main part of your team, getting that signature item to 30 would be nice to increase that damage mitigation on herself and help her survive into the battle. However, if you have other heroes that you're really looking at building for 30 signature item first, you can always leave Mishka at 20. Now, with her furniture, you really want to invest this one to 9. Having her wolves die and allowing her to instantly ultimate is going to be very crucial in a lot of endgame fights, allowing you to get the upper hand at the start of battle. And the final thing to note with Mishka investment is going to be engravings. As a hero to take to level 60 engraving, Mishka is actually a really good option. The reason being is that if you get her to 60 engraving, she will gain the ability on her natural rejuvenation, where she's no longer just healing and shielding herself and her wolves, it will actually apply to the entire team. So that's going to be it for Mishka, a unique tank who fights alongside her wolves, who can also shield, heal, debuff, and control her enemies. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and we'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.